Howdo! Welcome back to the Cartoon Network Colony of Dreams with starring Johnny Bravo. Hoo-ha-hoo! You can't quite see his black shirt, but you can up there. We're going to be getting some more cartoon characters to join him at some stage. But we've got to select the right ones because the idea is we're going to survive. We're actually going to get off the colony. Get off the world, off the RimWorld, if you will. So yeah, that's the plan. But meanwhile, Johnny's going to sleep. Right, so this episode, while I was mining out, I'm looking to expand the farmland at some stage, although it probably won't be utilised just yet. We're going to try and get this fridge sorted out. We're going to try and research batteries in terms of getting ourselves a research bench. We'll get ourselves a light in there as well, because why the hell not? But yeah, we're just, kind of going through the motions at the minute, but, it's like every early game. Usually going somewhat decently, and then some big attack wave comes in, or like a couple of mechs will arrive. So yeah, that's why I've gone for Cassandra, because theoretically that can happen under Randy Random, under his setting. But hopefully we're going to have a bit more smooth sailing in regards to this. So that's the plan anyway. This little building I'm building up here is going to be like his workshop. It's going to be a bit of a small one for now. What I'm looking to make in here is possibly like a tailor's bench, maybe a stone cutting bench, stuff like that. Maybe even art, although art we can't even do at the minute. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be putting up here. So looking at Johnny Bravo now, he's up to level 6 on the old mine. He's approaching level 7. Level 5 for construction as well. Shooting's up at 12, so but doing alright. Plants is at 5 still. But he's not having to grow anything just yet. So we're going to look to build a couple of stools and a tailor bench. And hopefully we'll get to a situation where we can either buy some items. Oh, we can get attacked by a mad boomlock. That's good too, I guess. Let's have a look. How fast are you? You're slow. Okay, let's keep you away. Keep you away from anything that's not... Oh. We've got a transport pod crash as well. Keep you away from everything that is, like, burnable, if you like. Is that even a word? Possibly. We're going to need to sort out this guy first. This boomlock. Jenny is here. And he's a refugee, so if we saved him, they probably would join. They're abrasive and aesthetic even. Like having a shit bedroom is preferable to her, and she likes to eat like raw food, but a bit of a pain that she's got dumb labour. Otherwise, wouldn't be too bad regarding intellectual is her passion, so I could get her just purely researching. Sadly, I don't think it's going to happen though. I'm undecided at this point. There we go, and it's down. Let's fire at a distance. Don't get close to it because it will blow up and destroy your face. I can actually save this girl now. I'm not going to capture her. I'm just going to rescue her. If we rescue her, then if she decides to join, then so be it. If not, then it's not the end of the world. So I'm just going to put it there. I know it's not ideal. Put a medical one, and then we'll go and save the day. We've got plenty of meals. Like I said, if we can get a research bench up and running, she's just going to be sat there forever, basically. So she'll have that permanent mood boost that will counteract anything that goes against what she wants, like food choices and stuff. I did wonder what that was momentarily. We are going to go and save that. Well, not save it. We're going to try and put it out. I think for that I've got to create a zone, which is a pain in the dick, I'm not going to lie. Because it just means that because there's a fire, it means I now can put out the fire. Because what we don't want it to burn away, because we do want to butcher it and create some meals out of it. Right, so we have created another stockpile zone here. That is going to be just purely for the food in preparation for what we're going to be doing. I didn't quite do it quick enough, so I ended up putting that there. But everything's going to get moved out of here eventually. Johnny is hopefully going to... I'm kind of hopeful she does join now, because having someone who's going to just continuously research, I might even just leave it in a bedroom as well. We'll have to wait and see. Means that they're going to be happy as Larry, really. Right, so we've just got a quest. The EMI Field and Bramwell, 51-year-old brave named Kate Bramwell is calling for your help. She is hiding from a group of mechanoids. She wants to flee and join you at Colony, apparently. Can we look at what they are? We can't do. It's a 3-star one, which indicates to me it's going to be difficult. So I'm going to just reject it. I can only destroy the mechanized by activating an ancient EMI dynamo if she joins you, the EMI field will be generated shutting down electrical devices for 5.1 days. So no, we're not going to be doing that. We're not in any desperate need for a colonist. We could potentially get one here as well. So I'm happy to just say, you know, you do you. You'll be fine. And as predicted, right on cue, that Jenny has joined. This is going to be Cartoon Network. And the settlement is just going to be called Cartoonopia for now. So, Cartoonopia, welcome in. Yeah, we've got Jenny, so I'm going to start by naming the first colonist. The only one that springs to mind, I don't know why, because the hair is completely crazy, like a seal song. But yeah, I'm going to be calling this person Dee Dee in homage to Dexter's Laboratory. And obviously, you know, Spoiled Child is probably about accurate, to be fair. So you're going to be Dee Dee, so welcome in. Love, I was going to say pal, but you're not really a male, so ignore what I just said. Have we got to steel hand it? We have indeed. Let's get another bed made. I've got a feeling that these two are probably going to get it on at some stage, which kind of feels a little bit wrong when you think of your childhood and watching these cartoons. You know, you got Johnny Bravo and Dee Dee getting it on. I mean, I'm not entirely sure I agree with it. You know, it is what it is on this game. Because looking at his bio, he's 25. He's 6 years old. This is probably within the scope, I think. I think it's up to like 8 years, obviously. I would imagine if she was 15 or whatever and he was 23, I don't think it would be allowed somehow. You are the new colonist. You are picking up meat to eat because you'd rather eat food raw, which is not what I want you to do, really. I'd rather make the meals. But saying that, it's only 15 meat. It's not that bad. If you'd rather eat raw food, then by all means, you do you. But we need to set you up. So firefighter, I had actually done some of these actually. So Johnny Bravo is going to be the doctor. You can be emergency doctor if it comes to it. You are going to be top researcher. That's about it really. That's all I want you to do. So we need that building as soon as. So Dee Dee is going to go ahead and, you know, like typical Dee Dee of the cartoon, going to smoke a massive blunt or big giant turd, whatever you want to call it. You know, it kind of looks like a big giant solid turd. You'd be proud of it if it came out of your ass, wouldn't you? Let's be honest with you. And I don't even think she managed to do it. She's down and out, down for the count. I do need to make a steel bed as well, which I'll place that here because I thought if he builds it in the daylight, chances are he'll get a better result. So ideally you want to avoid building in the dark. If you're mining, ideally you don't want to be mining in the dark because everything gets slowed down. And obviously if you can't see, the chances are things are going to turn out worse. So we've got his research bench. Let's get research underway. We're going to go for the batteries first, I think. So he's managed to pick up absolutely everything food related, and he's going to drop it all off in the rightful place. We're going to be researching batteries as soon as she is able to. So what I will do after this, I'm going to send him down here to haul the wood up there. We've still got the gold randomly just lying around, which will come in useful later on. 30 gold is the magic number for a multi-analyzer to go alongside the advanced research bench. But we're a long way off that at this moment in time. We've got unhappy nudity, which is not ideal. You've got nothing on it at all, which I'm sure Johnny Bravo is actually absolutely loving it. But yeah, we can't be doing that forever. So we do need to look at starting to grow cotton or something like that. But it's just where and when. It's going to be difficult to decide. Fantastic. That's another poor bed. That's disgustingly bad, mate. Sort it out. I know it's a waste of resources, but, you know, you want better than poor. I mean, I've already got one poor bed. That's a normal bed. Acceptable. So we get plenty of potatoes in. We're getting some extra rice as well, looking at this now. So that's done. That's fantastic. You would like to, if you would like to go there, please. You could be Dee Dee's new bed. We'll help her recover as well. And she's no longer on the floor, which is fantastic. Just look at him. What a fine specimen he is. Look at that. Look at that face. That's a face you could trust. Definitely. Kind of looks like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead as well. I did think of doing that instead, but then I'd be limited to just 2 people, realistically. There's one or 2 other characters which the names elude me right now, but, you know, it was something I toyed with. And I thought, well, I did used to watch Cartoon Network back in the late 90s. So let's do as a little bit of an homage to that setup. There is a weapon down here. It is a knife. It's not ideal. It's not very good. But ideally, I won't need to use that. But obviously, the more colonists you get, the more wealth technically you have. And therefore, you have the issue of, you know, having maybe more than one person attacking at once, which then you kind of screwed a little bit. So we will look to have to get a like armed somewhat. I'm going to set up some growing zones in preparation. all this is going to be cotton. Because we need a lot of it. Because eventually we're going to go look for carpets and stuff like that as well. I've got a heat wave, which is never good. So we're going to have a little bit of an issue here because we don't have cover, or adequate cover for a heat wave. We are going to need some more steel, and we are going to need... Are we going to need some more steel? How much do we need for one of these? 90 steel. We've got enough for one, which is probably going to be this one first and foremost. So we'll just not allow these just yet. But we do need some more components, which we've got a couple of pieces over here. I'm going to get Johnny on it straight away. He can sort that out for us, pal. He's up to level 7 now in the old mining scale. We need 3. We need 2 out of this, please. Well done. Cooler in there. Make a vent as well. And apparently just by opening a wall and peering his head through, DD has fallen for Johnny Bravo's charms. Because that's what he does. He goes, hoo-ha, hoo, punches the... I actually need a punch motion then, you can't see me. But punched the wall through, and she was that impressed that she decided to let him have his way with her. So they do need a double bed now, which is not ideal at this moment in time, because we're a bit shy of materials. But if we do this, just deconstruct both of them, we should be okay. Eat a meal, deconstruct that, and please, for the love of God, to a decent steel double bed. I'm just going to plunk it anywhere for now, because I can just replace it wherever. But this is the problem now, because now they're a couple, he's going to be upset by the stuff that she's not upset by. But saying that, she's going to be always researching, so that should like counteract her bad moods. So I think I'm going to try and still make it look as decent as possible in here. We've got cargo pods. Ooh, that is very nice. For the winter, that is absolutely beautiful. So obviously it's the middle of the summer right now, and the idea would be, well, you might maybe want to make a parka, make it so you got resistance against, you know, the heat. And you'd be right, but the one thing we did have a problem with was the cold. It snowed and everything. We had a cold snap, and several people kept getting hypothermia. A bit of frostbite here and there as well. So I've got to protect against that. I don't know if cotton grows in the cold, but we'll see what happens. A bit of a test, if you will. If anything, has improved his plants to 6, which is great. Right, so Johnny Bravo got crafting of 2. He's got a bit of a passion for it. By the time it's done, he might get to level 3 actually, which is not dreadful. What's DD on that for crafting? 4. Should have been better, but he needs to learn. Probably only be poor quality, but the main thing is it keeps him insulated. One thing we do need is like a dining room, and I'm tempted to move all the stockpile up here and make this into a dining room. Well on the way to the batteries as well, about 3/4 just about. We are starting to look, a little bit low on power, and we do need to start cooking some food. We're running a bit low on the old food. Plenty of the actual raw food, so DD is fine, but we are, as a whole, are not. So DD's going to put the jacket on, which is fantastic. She's still classed as nude, which is not ideal. We've only got 13 more left, which is not going to help. But at least she's insulated to some degree. Look on here. It says insulated up until minus 34 and 26 degrees, obviously the other way. So where it's warm outside, if there's a heat wave, which it looks like it has disappeared now, it should have been in a tricky spot. But as it is, she's fine. How are you still injured? Left shoulder's just disappeared. 2 more things, right arm and pelvis. Yeah, I bet that might be hurting when he's banging away. And again, twice in one night. Fucking what a stallion. Johnny Bravo is something we all do it, didn't we? Let's be honest with you. Batteries are ready, which is fantastic. Now the choice is difficult here, but I think it's solar panels against my better judgment. I do normally go for the old solar panels. I'd rather you go ahead and cook. You have got a bit of a passion for it. You're slightly ahead of DD as well in that regard. I mean, DD could do it before research, but to be honest with you, I don't think I've got anything set up, and that's probably why nothing's happening. Right, so I've got it set up in here where he's going to go to stockpile 2, which is going to be this, which I'm going to just rename it fridge. It's not a fridge yet, but you get the gist. There's no meat or anything there, it's just all veg, so it's just going to be simple meals for now. It's going to make 4 at a time, so he should get his get an increase in that as well. One thing I do want to make in here, just to help with the cooking process, to try and prevent food poisoning, is putting a standing light in here, so I will be doing that after this next batch of food. I want that not touching until last minute. They're like emergency food now, as far as I'm concerned. Johnny Bravo's going to make this vent, and hopefully he's going to go over and get some components, which he is. We've got quite a few in there. We've got 6 blocks, so we should be all right here. And the idea is I'm going to be going and making some batteries. I'm going to leave a little gap in between them so they don't explode and pass on to each other. And Johnny's actually coming along rather nicely. It's obviously never going to be able to do artistic, but you know, some decent numbers. DD is loving life at the minute. Full sea of green. Because she's getting a loving 8 times, man. What a stallion! Dude. I mean, you're looking proper suave. You look like a proper pimp now. All you need is one of these fucking stogies in your chuffing mouth. And you're away. You need a big pimp hat as well, I might add. And possibly some shades. But yeah. What a stud. What a stallion. 8 times. I won't be surprised if it was in one night. Dee Dee's about ready to pounce on him once again. Oh, no, she's gone the other way. So yeah, fall has begun. So this is where it becomes interesting. There we go. Ready to pounce, as I just said. But it's going to start to get cold, as you can see. It's 5 degrees outside all of a sudden. Ship to the stars. Let's see where it is. Miles away from us. We're up here. It's all the way down at the bottom. They've both got the parkas on. It's just that Dee Dee needs some more clothes, which is why I thought I'd risk it with the old cotton, but I have a feeling now this isn't going to work. The only way I can make this work is if I get a heater in here, or 2, and maybe a couple of sun lamps, but that eats power. So now we've got a battery, so that means we're going to have stored power when these decide to work. It means I can focus on other things, because if we mine out all this steel, it does mean I can probably have enough to wall all this in. That's the plan anyway. I could probably have all my power in here. I'll probably double wall it as well, just to try and prevent any raiders. You know, I've just scoured the map, and it looks like these are the only remaining components left on the map, which is not ideal, I'm not going to lie. Right, so solar panels are done, so it's what route we go now. And I'm thinking gas operation, just so I can try and manufacture another gun, another SMG, heavy SMG. And then we can go off on as many ways, like if we need to, like go on a few quests and what have you. One thing we could build is a nutritious paste dispenser. It's something I talked about doing anyway for prisoners. But it would save on food. It would save like on meals and stuff. So it's something I could potentially look at. See, power's going to be an issue now because I'm going to use the components for solar panels. But obviously I can't now. Alright, so that's the compactor machinery. Got there and then. So he's carrying, I don't even know how many. I think he's about 6 maybe. He's got 2 out of that one, which is fantastic. But this is a concern now because we're not exactly blessed with components anymore. Unless we can buy some as well. That's the other alternative. And once he's got all them, he's going to be coming back. We've got cargo pods. And actually, I've just had a thought. We've got Thrumbo fur, which is quite expensive. It's not enough to make anything though, which is a shame. Is there any ship chunks that's landed anywhere? Because ship chunks do have components in. Before you go to bed, just haul that in. Because we could probably sell that for a bit. But yeah, components is going to be... You can manufacture components in the late game. But we're obviously far away from that. You're going to get some action again. Oh, there it is. His spaff will be coming out like dust. Right, so we're getting plenty of steel. He's going to go ahead and make this. We've got 14 components, which is fine. When we research the ability to make another machine gun, we're going to be alright, I reckon. The problem we've got is we do need some cotton. We need something. We need some sort of... Oh, he's botched the construction. What a wanker. I could hunt some animals, I suppose, and make some clothes that way. But the problem we've got is there isn't much, and they're all like... I mean, Boomalop, I suppose we could do something with them. Yeah, in fact, let's hunt them. You are hunting a Boomalop, that's fine. Hey, oh, the doe-eyed goat. The doe-eyed Pablo Hernandez, if you will. She wants you to take care of her favourite pet for six days. Check it out. We can get a colonist. Jogger and Nimble is not actually bad. Cooking, good chef. Got a passion for shooting and melee, which is very handy as well. But basically, plants and cooking. Jogger and Nimble as well. It could be worth it, this one, you know. I think we go for it. We've got some food to give him. If we're hunting meat as well, we can make some kibble. So yeah, I'm going to go for it. So it's basically just looking after Pablo Hernandez. That's it, basically. For those who don't know, Pablo Hernandez plays for Leeds, the team I support. And he's considered the GOAT, the greatest of all time, which is what GOAT stands for. I'm sure you already knew that, though. But yeah, in here, what I do need to do is assign an area for the animals. Right, so searching this area here, I'm just going to quickly invert it. So then it means that they can go everywhere else except there. I mean, ideally, we need to be like making some stone or something like that, but it is what it is. I'm going to make a steel shelf. I'm going to plonk it here. And then what that shelf is going to hold is some kibble. So here comes Thug. That is very loud as well. He eats meals, kibble, veg, seeds, live plants. It might be alright then. Let's see if he starves. Johnny Bravo has killed a Boomalop, which is fantastic. we've got some. We've got means now to make some pants. Right, he's gonna go to sleep first. We have to keep an eye on Thug, the goat. You can sleep. So Slave is coming in, which is fine. Oh yeah, it's some plasteel. Lovely. I mean, to be fair, that can stay there because if I pick that up, it adds wealth to the colony. It's not gonna go. It's not gonna spoil or anything. It's a bit like the gold and the silver. It doesn't spoil out when it's outdoors, unlike a lot of other things. In the morning when she wakes up, Dee Dee's gonna go speak to Lord Sugar. So we'll have joints. I mean, to be fair, probably worth keeping it for the sake of for the sake of like 11 silver. It's not really worth it, is it? So we'll just leave that be. We've got raids. They're attacking from below, which is not ideal. It is one dude with a bow and arrow. I'm quaking in my boots. Famous last words, G. They are ready to attack. You're going to hunt a boomer up. I'm afraid you're not, mate. Where are you coming? Where are you coming from, mate? Oh, he's stuck behind. Sneaky bastard. Get behind cover. He's taking cover on my stuff. He's got a longer range. No, he hasn't. There we go. Eat shit and die. I could like try and flank him and get him with a knife. Oh, that 2 hits though is pretty decent. Oh, you've got to be down, mate. You've got to go down. You got hit with 5 hours to go. There we go. Sorted. Never in doubt. But yeah, with that, I think we call that a day. It's been a fairly uneventful, episode. Not so much in terms of attacks. Like I said, we've had this one dude attack us. That's it. We will sort out a grave for him. But I think as far as an episode goes, we've got through quite a lot here. We've got a research bench made, and Dee Dee has joined us. She came from the sky. We've got a quest on at the minute, which is for Thug, which will bring us another colonist. We've got plenty of food. I think we'll be able to harvest this rice as well, which should see us through winter just about, I think. And obviously we've got the animals that we're shooting at now. As you can see, we're taking out a boomer up. And yeah, things are going quite well, I'd like to say. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, please go ahead and press that like button. If you'd like to see more, go ahead and press that subscribe button. And until next time, we will see you then. Bye-bye.